Okay, I'm gonna start from here. So what do we know about robots? What are robots? And we're gonna, before we get into that, we're gonna just go and review what we learned about what is STEM. So everyone knows STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So for your homework, everyone is gonna have to give me 3 fields of science. I said this last time. 3 different types of technology. You can't use your cell phone as one example. 3 fields of engineering and 3 different subjects of mathematics. So you're gonna have to write this down in the slide. You're gonna resend me back this presentation because I have like the notes that you have. I think it's a lot easier than writing in your notebook. All right. So we've done a lot of different talking. One of them on the board. You can't use chemistry as one of your science. There are a ton of many other science subjects. Chemistry can't go. All right. And then the next thing is, what is robotics? So this little robot, I'm gonna mute everyone. I'm gonna mute everyone. What you're gonna get. So this little robot here at the very bottom that I'm pointing to is the Sparrow robot, which will learn how to code this summer. So robots are really neat and they can do many different things. So these are some questions you're gonna have to answer. So what is robotics? The field of computer science and engineering concerned with creating robots, devices that can move and react to sensory inputs. Does anybody know? Okay, so that could be one of your answers too. Does anybody know what a computer scientist do?
They program robots.
Perfect answer. Yes. They can program robots and they could also program different things like how to operate a remote control or how to have different devices in your car, since cars are so more high tech than they were 20, 30, 40 years ago. You know, we got GPS built in our car. We have a lot of music and different things. So computer science program, they code, they learn how to make things work by listing commands and functions. And it's a field that's based on mathematics. So we'll talk about that a little bit more when we do coding, like what's logic and what's computer science and how some of it is derived. So for some background information. So robotics is also one branch of artificial intelligence. That's one of your questions. Some of these are some of the questions you have to answer. So robots are now widely used in factories. They perform high precision jobs such as welding and riveting. They also are used for special situations that can be dangerous for humans. For example, toxic cleaning of waste or defusing of bombs, which is very dangerous for humans to be exposed to. So that's why robots are used. Have anyone also seen robots being used in other ways? Could be in your house. There are a lot of cool robots now that people use in your house. Has anyone seen it? Maybe a commercial or anything? Lauren, you're shaking your head. Do you want to give an example?
A vacuum pet.
Yes, that's the one I was thinking about. Yes, there are a lot of vacuum pet robots. So people use that a lot. So also in grocery stores, there are robots in grocery stores now too, where some of the robots are checking people out. Like check, instead of the human bagging up the groceries, the robots are. Also, college campuses use robots. While I worked at George Mason University teaching mechanical engineering, robots were on campus doing different errands, like picking different things up and delivering different things to different departments on the campus. So robots are being used a lot more than they were 10 or 15 years ago. All right, so these are the questions that you're going to have to submit to me. And there's going to be a blank slide after this where you're going to fill out the questions. So I will give a little bit more background about what year is the field of robotics discovered. So there'll be a couple different slides added in here. What are two features which robots can do? That is already discussed. Which branch does robotics come from? And then list three areas that use robotics to make life easier. I just gave you three examples, and Lauren gave you one too. So, all right. So those are some of your questions. There are going to be a little bit more questions, and I will put the remote control in here too. So then I'm going to create a short little video. You all remember when you made that wire controlled car, that robot, in the previous class? For some of you earlier this year or last year. So within that robot, there are a lot of neat things. I meant to bring it upstairs. There are a lot of neat things in that robot. Like there's a gear that turns the wheel. There's a motor that was used to power the gears. There is a remote control that's used to make the car move. So we're going to talk about those different parts of the robot because they're both mechanical and electrical and how they work. So these questions you're going to have to answer, and I'm going to have one more on actually the remote control. So then everyone is going to submit to me the answers based on the slides. And so this is going to be a different due date. It's going to be due next Sunday, which is the 28th. All right, so you get two more of these. One is going to be on coding, and then the other one will be on when we make ice cream. So does anyone have any questions? So thank you. That was just a short snippet. So now we're going to play a game. I have to go and we're going to play two games. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen.
Oh, 2 games. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I gotta put my Legos away now.
Yeah, if you want to continue building stuff, you can. All right.
I added like a little bit of extra of my own things to it. But now, there are Legos left.
All right, sounds good, Charles. Ooh, what happened? So back to our robots. So what are gears? So gears are these cool, like teeth threaded and they move. And gears, they are wheels with teeth and slot together. When one gear turns, see it's how we have multiple gears here, the other turns as well. And these gears are turning based on the force that's applied to the motor. So they can be used to increase the power of a turning force. The smaller wheel turns more quicker, which is true. As you see, this is turning a lot quicker, but with less force, while the bigger wheel turns more slower with more force, and which is what makes the car move faster. So now we're going to talk about the motor. So motors, the motor right here, are an electrical machine that converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. So motor converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. Most electric motors operate through an interaction between the motor's magnetic field and the electrical current in a wire winding. So as you can see, the wire is connected to the motor, wire winding to generate force in the form of torque, and we'll talk about that at a later lesson, applied to the motor shaft. So the motor has a shaft, and this is the shaft of the motor. And so now let's talk about the remote control. So we all have remote controls in our house. And remote controls for this car in particular, this robotic car, it helps the car to move. So by pressing this green button that we showed in the other video, it makes the car move. And then pressing the red button, it makes the car move forward. It's moving really fast on my laptop, and move backwards with the green button. So remote controls In electronics, or a clicker is a electrical device used to operate another device from a distance, usually wireless. In consumer electronic, remote controls can be used to operate devices just as your CD player, your television, or home appliances. So within this remote control, we have battery. So battery is a device that stores chemical energy and converts it to electrical energy. The chemical reactions in a battery involve the flow of electrons, which we talked about when we did electrical engineering, from one material, an electrode, to another through an external circuit. The flow of electrons provide the electrical circuit that can be used to do work. So the work that the battery is generating here is allowing this robotic car to move. So once we operate the remote control, which is the energy is being generated from the battery, it allows the wheels of the robotic car to move. So thank you. So now you can answer the questions. You have all the foundations for this lab. Okay, we're gonna play bingo, robotic bingo virtually. And give me 1 second. I'm gonna go make the little 1, 2, 16. So you are gonna share. All right. And then I'm gonna try to make this bigger. Okay. Move everyone. Okay. That's about as big as I can make it. So there's 16 robots, right? So each time it'll determine how you will go will be based on what number you choose. So I'm gonna start off with I'm choosing it. Okay, first of all, the way that it's gonna be one is bingo. Whoever gets, and I'll keep tab of who got it right. Whoever gets the bingo. I wonder if I can't write on this. How could I? That'll be easier for you guys to see. I don't know if I could write on this. All right, maybe I could make different colors. I don't know if I could do that. Okay, that's probably too much. So this is going to be the first robot that I'm pointing at. This is robot number 1. And it's going in this order. This is robot number 2, robot number 3, robot number 4, robot number 5. This will obviously be a lot more fun in real life. But I might do another bingo where it's a little bit more harder from some of the stuff that we've done. Okay, so robot number 1, robot number 2, robot number 3, robot number 4, robot number 5, robot number 6, robot number 7, robot number 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, where this corner is 16. So this is 1 and this is 16. So I'm gonna pretty much just make some chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 16, obviously. And then I'm gonna just put these chips. The best thing to do is for me to use a cup or something. Then you guys, so I'm gonna have numbers from 1 through 10. Whoever guesses the right number, and each time I'm gonna change it. So first I'm gonna start 1 through 10. Whoever gets the right number, obviously would, and whatever I pick would be where that first robot would be. And so forth. Just to finish the bingo. All right, so I'm starting now. So, oh no, Charis got knocked off again? Hopefully she comes back on. Maybe her signal is just really poor. All right, everyone's here. Okay, so whatever your number is, I'll call on you. So choose a number from 1 to 10. Whoever gets the number closest or get the number right will be the first person to go for the bingo. Whoever wins, obviously. All right. So, Charis, are you there? Okay, so choose a number 1 to 10. Whoever gets the number closest to what I am picking wins, or if they get it, I mean, get to be the first person to get a mark on the bingo. All right. So you have to get four, either four in a row this way, horizontal, vertical, or diagonal. Or diagonal. Could be diagonal this way or diagonal that way. All right. Forget about those pieces being on there for now. So choose your number, and then I'm gonna pick, I'll start off with you first, Charles. What number did you choose?
5.
Okay. So Charis,
Number 8.
all right. And Lauren?
2.
All right, Charis, you actually won. I went with my favorite number, which is 7. All right. So Charis is gonna be
Oh, I
the
see.
person to get the first thing on the board. And I picked 11. I picked, oh, you guys can't see. I picked 11. So remember, this is my first robot. This will be my 5th robot, because that's my 4th. This will be my 9th robot, 10, 11. So right here. So remember, Charis have 11. So I'll put C for Charis. Everybody remember that. So right now, Charis have number 11. All right, I can't put 11 back in there. Okay, so now I'm gonna pick new numbers. I'm starting from 11 to 20. I'm not gonna choose 17 this time, even though 7 is my favorite number. So don't pick that. Okay, so, all right, Lauren, what number did you choose? 11 to 20.
10.
All right. Oh no, 11 to 20. 10 is not a part of it. That's
18.
okay.
Number.
Charles, which one are you going with?
20. Wait. 14.
Okay, and Charis, which one are you going with?
I was going to say 14, but my answer will be 13.
Oh man, you guys would have both had a tiebreaker. You could keep your first thing. My answer was 15. So I'll let Charles go first, and you could go next, Charis, because you didn't have to change your number because of him. If somebody says the number that you won, sorry, I didn't make that as rule. You can still go. So Charles, you have 2 chances. All right. Okay, so for Charles, I picked number 1. So Charles, this robot is for you. I can't do anything with writing. I think I could, but it's gonna take too much time. So 1 is gone. So Charis, okay, Charis, let me see which one I picked now. Sorry. You already have 11.
Oh, that one.
Okay.
I
I picked number 2.
don't.
And they weren't even next to each other. I picked number 2. Sorry, I didn't show number 1, but number 1 was the one that I picked for you, Charles. All right. 95. Lauren.
90.
Okay, Charis.
89.
Okay. And Charles.
86.
Okay, Lauren actually got it on the dot. It was 90. All right, it was 90. So, and I chose number 16. I chose number 16.
Or 16. 1, 2, 3.
At the very bottom, this last one here.
Oh.
16. All right, okay, so I'm gonna do one more, and whoever has the most is the winner. Okay, because we're gonna end after this one. So I'm choosing, the number is from 95. Okay, not 95, I already said 95. 96 to 105. 96 to 105. 96 to 105. All right, and I'm gonna start off with you, Charis.
103.
Okay, and Lauren?
104.
All right. and Charles.
105. 105.
Okay, so Charis was the closest because it's 100. I just chose 100. All right, and the number is 10. And Charis, you might be the winner, not like we're getting the bingo in order, but I think you had the most times of choosing the right number. I'm gonna count now. No one got actual the bingo, but that's okay. We needed more time. So Charis, right now you have, I have that you have one. Okay, if I could, one, put that one down. I want to show everybody. 2, 3,
More for big
4,
guy.
5. Okay. And then Lauren, always go with the ladies first. I have that you have 1, 2, 3. Lauren, you have 3. And I think Charles and Charis have a tie, actually. Charles, you have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you and Charis have a tie. So you guys are both the winner. All right, so we had a lot of winners today. So you guys are both the winner for bingo, and Charis and Lauren are both the winner for finishing the robot first. Good job, everyone. This was a fun animated class. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. Yeah, so I'll see you next week, and we're gonna do coding.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, coding. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.